Welcome back. So far, we've gotten to first base, and then we stole second with our Class B baseball coverage, and now we are going to try to round the rest of the bases with our Class A and B softball preview. So here's a look at Jody's top 5 for Class A. It starts with West Fargo at the top, which is an easy choice considering they have won 20 consecutive state championships. Dickinson is slated second after finishing third place at state last year. Century, Valley City, and Cheyenne round out the top 5. But how about them Packers? They lost some firepower, but remain confident heading into a new year.
It's kind of fun. We get like a new look, and there's a lot of returning people still, so it's like the experience. We have to figure it out, see who's going to step up now and who's going to take the role from like the Doolums and Gabby, because they did play a huge role and everyone kind of looked up to them.
The expectations you said earlier, it's like, why would you not want to play for the state title? So the goal is to get there and to give the opportunity, and then do what you will with your opportunity the best you can.
All right, Jody, this Packers team graduated some top-end talent off of last year's team. Is it getting harder to predict them as the front runner?
Well, yes and no. I think from an outsider's perspective, you see who they graduated, the Doolum twins and Gabby Du Bois, among others, and you think they're going to take a step back, right? But Kelly, even if this team takes a step back, how big of a step is it really going to be? Because this has been the top program forever. Like we mentioned last week, they have lost just one game to a North Dakota opponent since 2010. So even though I think they might not be as complete of a team as they were last year, I still think that they're going to be the best team in the state. But Dickinson is a team that could give them a run for their money. Amanda Mickey has really built something special. The Midgets were in the state championship in each of their first 2 seasons as a program. They missed out last year, but I could see them back in it again this year. 2-time All-State catcher Jordy McNeely is back. She hit .470 last year as a junior. Now, I like what Century has. Starting pitcher Maddie Zander logged 131 innings in the circle last year, finishing with a 3.47 ERA, and she was in 8th grade. She also hit .417. She's going to have the Patriots contending this year and the next few years. Valley City returns 9 players that saw a lot of playing time last year, including Mackenzie Peterson, one of the best players in the state. Now, Cheyenne graduated pitcher Reagan Jastrom, so they'll need to find some pitching, but I think the Mustangs will be pretty competitive by the end of the year. Shea Weber, one of the best hitters and best fielders in the state. So I think a lot of these teams are catching up to West Fargo, but I still see the Packers as the team to beat.
Good stuff. Let's take a look at Class B. So here are your rankings. Defending state champ Kindred Richland gets the nod at number 1. Central Cass checks in at 2, followed by Delax Burlington, Bishop Ryan, and Hillsborough Central Valley. We caught up with the top-ranked Vikings and asked co-head coach Sam Brandt how the team is going to handle expectations with a younger group.
Coming in this season, we just tell them, you might be put in situations that you've never been put in before. We did lose some strong players in strong positions, so now it's who's going to step up and who's going to fill the shoes and who's going to be able to get the job done.
It's always nice to win, but really this year I just want to have fun and play the game with all these girls, and really just, it doesn't really matter if we win, it's just how much we grow as a team and develop with each other.
Okay, Jody, you picked all 4 state champions to repeat, so what gives there?
I know, usually I like to go out on a limb, but I'm pretty confident that all 4 teams have great odds of making it back to the championship game, if not winning it. That's the same case with this Kindred Richland squad that returns the best player at the most important position. Teresa Clitter was outstanding last season and finished even stronger by tossing 3 complete game shutouts at the state tournament, including, of course, the title game in which they beat Central Cass 1-0. She's dealt with pressure, and there's nobody better right now in Class B softball than her. I expect teams to have a very difficult time beating the team in Booth. Central Cass is loaded again, though. They graduated Maddie Foss, a talented pitcher, with Peyton Richter and Lexi Burr. Each had ERAs under .5 last season and hit over 500 at the plate. They're back throwing Maddie Sweep and her 6 homers, 38 RBI. They might have the best lineup in the state, and I think the Squirrels are poised to return to the championship game. Now, these final 3 in my top 5 could probably go in any order, but I think Delax Burlington will be right in the hunt again. Bishop Ryan is intriguing. They finished 4th at state last year in Class A and now dropped down a level with a new coach, Alec Grove, replaces longtime coach Julie Stewart. And then I have Hillsborough Central Valley rounding out the top 5.
All right, great stuff. But Jody, before we let you go, there will be some changes to Class B softball this year too, so explain that for us.
Yeah, Kelly, the big change is the sub-region format this year for Class B. With 28 teams, they were separated into 4 regions, so there will be a sub-region playoff And the top 4 teams from that will make the West and East region playoffs, and the top 4 teams from each of those will advance to state. A common complaint already has been that the East has 12 teams, the West has 16 teams, but only 4 are still able to make it to state in each. But that's just geographically how it worked out. So we'll see what effect that has, Kelly. But bottom line, it's great to see the sport of softball flourishing across the state.
All right, we can all agree on that. Thank you, Jody.
You bet.
All right, coming up after the break, we'll bring it down to South Dakota. Jason Andera is in studio to talk about his high school baseball rankings for Class A. Stay right here.